Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 8, subject is science, and this is the continue of the chapter number 4. In the previous video I taught you about the physical change of metals and non-metal. In this video I am going to tell you about the chemical properties of metals and non-metal. This is the continue of the chapter number 4, and basically this is the second video related to this chapter. In this chapter I am going to discuss about the chemical properties of metal as well as non-metal. Now dear student, I am going to start the chemical property of metal. Now the chemical properties of metal: first, reaction of metal with oxygen. Metals forms their oxide with react with oxygen. Metal oxide are basic in nature. All metals give similar chemical reaction. However, the reactivity of a metal depend upon its nature and reaction condition. All metal combine with oxygen to form metal oxides. Different metal reacts with oxygen under different condition. Now the first example, reaction of iron metal with oxygen. The symbol for iron is Fe and the oxygen is O, and it is represented by 2O2, means 2 atom of oxygen. When iron reacts with oxygen to form Fe2O3, it is ferric oxide. Fe2O3 is ferric oxide. Basically we know this as rust. When iron reacts with moist air, it turns or it forms rust. Rust is iron oxide. Article made of iron such as grills, fence, etc. are get rusted because of the reaction with moist air. Rust is reddish brown in color and is iron oxide. Iron oxide is basic in nature. It turns red litmus blue with the litmus paper. Now the second reaction of magnesium metal with oxygen. When magnesium reacts with oxygen, it forms magnesium oxide. Magnesium is burnt in air, it forms magnesium oxide. Burning in air means reaction with oxygen. Magnesium oxide forms magnesium hydroxide when reacts with water. Solution of magnesium oxide turn red litmus paper blue. This means magnesium oxide is basic in nature. Now I take two more examples. One, sodium reacts with oxygen to form sodium oxide, and the sodium oxide is Na2O. And the copper, when copper reacts with oxygen, it forms copper oxide, and the formula for copper oxide is CuO. You see there is some numbers in before the oxides. This is used for balancing the equation, like 2MgO plus O2 gives 2MgO. This 2Mg is used to balance the equation, means the reactant, the sum of the reactant which is equal to the sum of which is equal to the product, because in during chemical reaction there is the atom is neither created nor destroyed during chemical reaction. This is the second chemical property of metal, reaction of metal with water. Different metal reacts with water under different condition. Reaction of some common metals with water to form metal hydroxide. Generally metal forms hydroxide when they reacts with water. Reaction of sodium metal with water. Sodium is a very reactive metal, so it directly reacts with water as a metal. Sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen, means so when the sodium atom reacts with water, sodium hydroxide is formed, and there is a evolution of hydrogen gas also. Sodium metal vigorously reacts with water and forms sodium hydroxide along a lot of heat. Now the reaction of potassium with water. When potassium is another very reactive metal. So when potassium reacts with water to form potassium hydroxide plus hydrogen, in this also there is a evolution of hydrogen gas. Potassium metal vigorously reacts with water and form potassium hydroxide along with lot of heat. Now iron is a transitive metal, so iron reacts with steam, not with cold water. Then fresco ferric oxide Fe3O4, same the rust, plus there is a evolution of hydrogen gas and the quantity is 8 or 4 molecules of hydrogen gas. Copper is a very slow reactive element, so when copper reacts with water, there is no reaction even at a high temperature. Sodium and potassium are highly reactive. These metal reacts with air, oxygen and moisture readily even at room temperature. That is why they are kept under kerosene. Now the third chemical property of metal, reaction of metal with dilute acid. Metal gives hydrogen gas when they reacts with dilute acid. Reaction of zinc with dilute acid means dilute hydrochloric acid. When magnesium react with hydrochloric acid, it gives magnesium chloride plus H2 means the hydrogen. Zinc gives hydrogen gas along the zinc chloride when it reacts with hydrochloric acid. Similarly, zinc gives hydrogen gas along with zinc sulfate when it reacts with sulfuric acid. This method is used to produce hydrogen gas in a laboratory. It means when metal reacts with dilute acid to produce salt as well as hydrogen gas. With sodium, the hydrogen gas is vigorous. In magnesium, it's rapid. Zinc, moderate. Iron, moderate. And now the copper is again a very slow or unreactive element. So there is no reaction with hydrochloric acid. Reaction of metal with dilute acids. Generally a metal reacts with acid and release hydrogen gas with a puff sound. This presence of hydrogen gas is confirmed by bringing a burning matchstick or a candle near the gas. When the burning matchstick or candle produce a pop sound, then it seems or it means that hydrogen gas has evolved. For example, Na plus HCl, NaCl plus H2 means when sodium reacts with hydrochloric acid, it produces NaCl, sodium chloride plus hydrogen gas. Same magnesium when reacts with H2SO4, this is sulfuric acid, magnesium sulfate, MgSO4 plus hydrogen is formed. Now the metal replaces metal. A more reactive metal replaces a less reactive metal from its salt solution. Example, magnesium replaces the copper from copper sulfate solution to form magnesium sulfate and copper. This is basically a displacement reaction, means more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal during the chemical reaction. Zinc replaces copper from the copper sulfate solution to form zinc sulfate and copper. You see the equation, Zn plus CuSO4 gives ZnSO4 plus Cu. Now in this, zinc displaces copper. Iron replaces copper from the copper sulfate solution to form the iron sulfate and copper. Fe plus CuSO4 gives FeSO4 plus Cu. But if we do iron sulfate plus copper, then there is no reaction because copper is less reactive metal than iron. Now the chemical properties of non-metal. Chemical property of non-metal. First, reaction of non-metal with oxygen. Non-metal forms their oxide when reacts with oxygen. Thus, non-metal forms their oxide when reacts with oxygen. For example, reaction of sulfur with oxygen. When sulfur is burnt in air, it forms sulfur dioxide. Solution of sulfur dioxide turns blue litmus paper red. Sulfur dioxide forms sulfurous, and when dissolved in water, the sulfur dioxide is formed sulfuric acid or sulfurous acid, so it is acidic in nature. Now reaction of carbon with oxygen. When carbon is burnt in air, it forms carbon dioxide. You can observe that when coal is burnt in it forms smoke which contain carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is acidic in nature. The solution of carbon dioxide in water turns blue litmus paper red. Chemical property of non-metal. Now the second and third. Reaction of non-metal with water. Non-metal generally do not react with water, rather some non-metal which reacts with air vigorously are stored in water. Reaction of non-metal with dilute acid. Generally, non-metal do not react with dilute acids also. Now the uses of metal. Iron is used in making machinery, buildings, car, motorcycle, ship, bridges, etc. Copper is used in making electric wires, statues, etc. Aluminium is used in making kitchen utensils, electric wires, etc. Gold is used for making ornaments. Silver is used in making ornament also. Gold and silver is basically the noble metal. It generally an unreactive metal. Now uses of non-metal. The number of non-metals is very less or few in comparison to metal, but non-metals are more useful for us. So far only 22 non-metals are discovered. When we breathe oxygen, which is a non-metal, without oxygen no one can survive or live. Sodium chloride, NaCl, common salt, cannot be formed without the chlorine, a non-metal which we use to enhance the taste of food. Without using common salt, food is tasteless. Nitrogen is used to make fertilizers. Coal, which carbon, is used as a fuel. Everyone in the past using coal for making food. Now this is the reactive series of the metal. The arrangement of metals in the descending or decreasing order of these reactivity is called a reactive series of the metal. So the potassium, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, copper, silver, gold. This is the series, means the potassium is the most reactive element and the gold is the least reactive element or matter. This order is in decreasing order of reactivity. You have to learn this serially. Now noble metals. Metals like gold, silver, platinum, etc. retain their luster because they do not react with air, water or acid, so they are called noble metal. Gold dissolved in aqua regia. Aqua regia is a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated hydrochloric acid in the ratio of 1:3. Pure gold is 24 carat. It is very soft and cannot be used for making ornament, so it is mixed with some silver or copper to make it hard, and then we use the gold for making jewelries. Then the gold carat may be 22, 20, 18, 16. It's depend upon the purity. Now one more thing about the metal, and metal is useful for making alloys, the characteristic of alloy. It improves the property of a substance. It makes the metal more durable. It makes the metal corrosion resistant. Now see, these are some alloys are there. I will discuss with you. An alloy is a homogeneous mixture of metal with other metal or non-metal. Alloy steel. Constituent substance are iron and carbon. The construction of tool, machine, tanks, vehicles, ships, railway tracks, etc. Stainless steel, iron plus iron and chromium. Utensils, cutlery, surgical instrument, etc. Brass, copper plus zinc. The constant means when we add copper and zinc, it become brass. Bronze, copper and tin. Alnico, iron, aluminium, nickel, cobalt. This is basically used for making magnets. उसके next is duralium, aluminium, copper, magnesium and manganese, making utensils, pressure cookers, part of vehicles, aircraft, etc. Now this is another important thing which I discussed in Zoom class with you. Metals and non-metal. These substances have 1 2 3 valence electron, means this 1 2 3 electrons in the last shell. In non-metal, these substances have 4 5 6 or 7 in valence electrons, means the number of electron in the last shell. They always have lose electron, means the metal lose always electron, and non-metal gain electrons. They have positive valencies and they have negative valencies. Now the question arises, what are noble metals? Noble metals are those metals which are not reactive or unreactive, while some are less reactive. These are certain metals that do not react with oxygen, water, moisture or even any of the dilute acid. We can imply that they are very unreactive. For example, gold and platinum. Preventing of corrosion means rusting. The step involved in the prevention of corrosion are painting, greasing, electroplating, galvanizing and alloying. Now I want to discuss about the galvanization. Galvanization, it is the process of applying a protective thin layer of zinc to steel or iron in order to prevent rust and corrosion. A zinc prevents iron from corrosion because it does not allow air to pass through it and form zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is impermeable in nature. Zinc plus oxygen forms zinc oxide. Rust is iron oxide, typically a red oxide, which is formed in the presence of water or air moisture by the reduction and oxidation reaction of the iron and oxygen. Now these are some important objective questions related to this chapter. Which metal is used at room temperature other than mercury? Is gallium. Which non-metal is lustrous and shiny? Iodine. Which non-metal is a good conductor of electricity? Graphite. What are the name of the metal that can be cut with knife? Sodium, potassium and lithium. Write the name of the metal which have very low melting and boiling point. This is gallium and caesium. A reaction in which more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal. It's salt solution. Displacement reaction. What is the name of the non-metal which is liquid at room temperature? It is bromine. Which is the name of the hardest element known as mankind? This is diamond. Next, what is the name of the metal oxide which shows both basic as well as acidic nature? Amphotic oxide. Amphotic oxide, it is made up of aluminum oxide and zinc oxide. Where is the sulfur stored? In water. Where are sodium and potassium usually kept? In kerosene oil. What are the name of the element which shows the property of both metal and non-metal? Metalloid. What is the name of the compound formed by transforming electrons from metal to non-metal ionic compound. These are few MCQs which are very important, so you all have to write these MCQs in your classwork copy to learn it. I hope everyone would understand what I taught in this video. If there is a problem, you may consult or you may raise doubt in the class during your subject period.